Special thanks to Patreon supporter Martino14 for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Skeptic here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and doing a redesign for the T-14 Armata. The T-14 Armata is a next generation Russian made battle tank based on the Armata Universal Combat Platform, the first series produced next generation tank. The Russian army initially planned to acquire 2,300 T-14s between 2015 and 2020. Production and fiscal shortfalls delayed this to 2025 and then to the cancellation of the main production run. The test batch of 100 was delivered and deployed to the 2nd Guards Tamaska Motor Rifle Division in 2019. The tanks will be transferred only after completion of all state tests. So yeah, the T-14 Armata, basically a kind of recently famous tank due to it being the new MBT for Russia. However, this tank project was basically canceled, and what we thought would be replacing the T-90 and kind of just being that new replacement tank for all of Russia's older, I would say late Cold War era main battle tanks, turns out not going to be the case. So only 100 of these were built and will pretty much cease service. So it's kind of interesting. We'll see if anything goes further with this, or they're just working on a new main battle tank. Who knows? But overall, pretty interesting tank to say the very least. As I mentioned, this is a redesign tutorial, so it'd be nice to have a new version of this vehicle onto your worlds, as the last version was severely outdated and a very old design. Before we go ahead and take a look at the build, I want to go and give special links to Patreon supporter Martino14 for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel where you guys already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a vehicle or work quest of your choosing. Really helps support the work I do on my channel and is very greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check it out if you are interested. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look here at the vehicle itself. So starting off with, we have the main gun here, which is a 125mm smoothbore cannon. What's interesting about this is that it is actually a autoloader design, which is kind of breaks away from the traditional main battle tanks that Russia was supporting. But we have an autoloader. If I remember correctly, the turret is for the most part completely automated, so the crew is actually confined to the inner side or basically inside here, and there's only a crew of 3, so definitely gives the tank a little bit more survivability. If a tank takes a hit in the turret, you mean there's no crew in there for the turret to, for it to kill. So kind of gives the crew a little bit more protection and all that stuff, but kind of interesting design, and also cuts down on crew sizes. But on top here we have all the different equipment, all that stuff, smoke grenade dispensers around the sides of the turrets. We have the we basically have the optics here, this machine gun mounted on top, and all that fun stuff. We have the little parade, Soviet kind of, or I say Soviet, but the Russian kind of star and stripes thing that they often put on their tanks for the parades. So we have it on there because that's really the only time we've seen this tank is really in parades and military demonstrations, supporting that on the side there. Obviously, probably in real combat situations, that would not be on the tank. On the back here, just some more detail bits and all that stuff, but overall, that's pretty much the vehicle. I think it came out really good and is going to make an awesome addition to any of your worlds, especially if you're looking for some modern conflicts and with a Russian main battle tank. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our first layer here, we'll go ahead and start with layer 1. For layer 1 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a row of 2 of nether brick up downstairs like so. We then want to place down 2 black shulker boxes, back to back like so, with an item frame on the side here and a green stained glass pane. If you're on Java, we can go ahead and also place a dark oak wood button on the side here, but this is a feature of putting the dark oak wood button I would recommend only if you're on Java. If you're on Bedrock, you're not able to place down the button and the item frame in the same block space. If that's the case, just place down the item frame with the green stained glass pane in it. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on. After this, we're going to place down 2 rows of 2 of polished black stone stairs, basically back to back to each other like so. And we're going to go ahead and place down another row 2 of black shulker boxes on their sides like so. Same thing here, item frame, green stained glass pane, and a dark oak wood button if you're able to. Again, 2 sets of 2 of polished black stone stairs back to back. Another set of black shulker boxes on their sides like that. Item frame, green stained glass pane, dark oak wood button. And again, 2 polished black stone stairs back to back, or 2 sets of 2 I should say. And 2 black shulker boxes across, dark oak wood button, item frame, and green stained glass pane. After that, on the end here, we're going to place down 2 nether brick slabs across, followed by 2 nether brick top slabs. Coming off the nether brick top slabs, we're going to place down 3 dark oak with top slabs over, and coming off the stairs here in the front, we're going to also place down 3 dark oak with top slabs over. We then want to fill in the space here between those 2 rows of 3 of dark oak with top slabs, with dark oak with top slabs just basically closing off this whole inside area, just like that. And after we have that done, we then want to place down another 2 polished black stone, or 2 black shulker boxes like that back to back, 2 nether brick ups and downstairs, and then taking our polished black stone, we're going to place down a row of 2 polished black stone like so, our black shulker boxes, and so forth. So it's going to be the same thing we did on the air side, just over here to this side. I'm going to go and do this a little bit quicker, as I've already kind of explained the air side in detail. So this side here is pretty straightforward and nothing too complex, so we're going to go and kind of breeze through it a little bit quickly. And just like this here, to finish that off. After that's done, we're going to then just take our item frames, place them down on the sides here of these blocks. Green stained glass panes in those item frames, like that. And then dark oak buttons on the side of those shulker boxes, like so. At this point right here, we basically have the main structure for this layer complete. Just making sure we're not missing anything, and everything does appear to be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and grab some materials real quick off camera for us to make the banners here for these wheels, and I'll see you guys here in a sec once I have those materials ready. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our banners here. What we're going to do to go ahead and get started with is we're going to need 2 green banners and 4 black dye. To make these, it's super simple. We're going to place down a loom, we're going to go into the loom, we're going to place down green banners and black banners. We're going to go and do a line on the left side here of black dye, so basically split our banner in half like so. And then our other banner, we're going to do the opposite, so the line of black on the right side, again splitting that banner in half. Both these banners here are going to be put back into our loom, and we're just going to select the horizontal center line, and we're going to go ahead and do the horizontal center line of black right through the center. And same thing for these ones, for the other banner like so. After we have these 2 banners made, we're going to go and then go to the sides of the polished black stone stairs, and we're just going to place down the banners like this along the side there of those stairs, so the green is facing toward each other like that. And we're going to do the same thing on both sides here of the vehicle. So just like that. And after we have that all complete there, that's going to wrap up what we have there for layer 1 for the build. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we'll be going ahead and moving into layer number 2. For layer 2, to go ahead and get started, we're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks. Actually, sorry, we're just going to go ahead and do a row of 7 green terracotta blocks all the way across the front here. On the 2 green terracotta blocks to the sides here, we're going to place down dark oak wood stairs like that to both sides. And we want to go ahead and take dark oak wood sides and wrap around the furthest stair here in the corner, like so, around that stair. This section here, we're going to place down an item frame, snowball in the item frame, and a snowball like that for the front lights. Once we have that done, we're going to take our dark oak wood slabs and just place down a row of 3 across between those dark oak wood stairs. At this point here, we want to go and then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor to both sides, like that. And we're going to go then take our green terracotta, or actually, to begin with, we're going to take our acacia wood stairs. We're going to place down an acacia wood stair, acacia wood plank, with a ladder on the side of it, followed by a red shulker box. So I'm going to go and grab that real quick. Red shulker box here on its side, and a acacia wood button in the red shulker box. We're going to go then place down another acacia wood plank and an acacia wood stair like that with a ladder on the side there. And again, this is optional feature. If you don't want to do this, you can go ahead and just place down a row of 5 of green terracotta with dark oak wood trapdoors on the side of those, like we did up here in this front section. Either way, it works. I definitely like adding this little kind of parade markers because I think it just looks cool, and I think it's kind of iconic to the T-14 Armata and just how we've seen it so far with this symboling on the side of the vehicle. So it's going to be the same thing there on both sides, and then on the inside here we can just fill in the spaces across with green terracotta to go ahead and close that off for the build. So just like that, and then after that's done, we're going to then place down 3 rows of 7 going across. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to then take our dark oak wood trapdoors and place down our dark oak wood trapdoors on the side here. Just like that. And then this section here, we're going to place down an additional 3 rows of 7 going all the way across. So 1, 2, and 3. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves our nether brick stairs. We're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs on top of these 2 nether brick top slabs and a row of 3 of green terracotta between those stairs like so. To the sides here, we're going to grab ourselves iron bars, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars back, followed by a 5th one that sticks out past that nether brick stair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th one like that sticks past. After we have that done, we would then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood top slab or 2 dark oak wood top slabs coming off these 2 nether brick stairs like that. And we're going to place down dark oak wood signs on the sides of the top slabs there on the outer sides. We're going to then place down an item frame on these 2 top slabs there on the insides with a tripwire hook in the item frame, rotate so it hangs downwards. We then want to go ahead and place down a green terracotta block to both sides there. And in the center, we're going to place down another brick block like that. Now once we have this done in the back here, we're going to place down an item frame on those 2 green terracotta blocks, followed by a green terracotta block in those item frames. And again, if you're on Java, we're going to go ahead and place the dark oak wood sign on the side of those blocks, just like that. After that's all complete though, that is going to basically wrap up what we have there for layer number 2 for the build. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moved into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to get started here, we're going to place down dark oak wood trapdoors on top of these 2 green terracotta blocks, just like that. After that's done, we want to go ahead and also grab a zombie head, and on the middle green terracotta block in this row 3, we're going to place down a zombie head right there in the center. To the sides here, we're going to go and grab our daylight detectors. We're going to place down 1, 2, 1, 2, and make sure if your trapdoors do open, then you go ahead and close them. We're also going to place down 2 dark oak wood, or row 3 of dark oak wood trapdoors right across there, in between those daylight detectors. We then want to take our dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down a row of 7 all the way across the front there like so. And then at this point here, we want to go and place down a dark oak wood slab here to the right side of the vehicle, so this side here. And we're going to then place down a dark oak wood stair facing this direction, like that. And then coming off that stair, we're going to place down a spruce wood stair, like that, so it turns that stair into a corner stair. And then coming off the spruce wood stair, we're going to place down another dark oak wood stair to create a corner stair. And then 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood slabs over. At this point here, we then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair on the outside here, followed by a green terracotta block, a stripped spruce wood log, like so, and then 1 green terracotta block over. And I just want to double check here, and for this section here, we're going to go in very simply, place down a stripped spruce wood log like that along the side there, another green terracotta block, and another dark oak wood stair like that to the side there. After that's done along the side, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 dark oak wood stairs, and over here same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4 dark oak wood stairs. And we're just going to fill the space in between the stairs here with rows of 5 green terracotta to go ahead and close that area off. This section here, we're going to place down a row 7 of green terracotta across, followed by a second row of 7 across. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves looms and also mossy cobblestone walls. The center line here, we're going to place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls back. We're then going to place down 1 and 2 looms, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that for the back engine vents. Then 2 green terracotta blocks back on both sides. And on this section here, we're going to place down a row of 7 of green terracotta across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that across. We're going to then place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood up and stairs, 1 and 2. And in the center here, we're going to take our green stained glass panes, and we're just going to place down a row 3 of green stained glass panes. At this point here, we're going to go and grab ourselves some item frames again. We're going to place down item frames on these 2 green stained glass panes here. And in those item frames, we're going to place down tripwire hooks and have them hanging downwards, like so. We then want to go and go to the sides here of these stairs. We're going to place down an item frame on both sides like that. A red concrete block in those item frames. And again, if you're on Java, a dark oak wood sign on the side of the stair like that to go ahead and make those taillights. After that's all complete there, go ahead and go into the sides. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some iron bars, and going off the stair here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 iron bars forward, followed by an end rod, and then 2 iron bars forward from the end rod. Same thing over here as well, 1, 2, 3, end rod, 1, 2. At this point here, if you do have access to a debug stick, so we'll go ahead and use our command here, give @p debug stick, and this right here allows us to change the properties of blocks. So what we can do here is we can select the iron bars, and we can actually change the facing here of the iron bars so that we can go ahead and change it so it actually connects up to this end rod. Very nice feature that I definitely recommend doing if you are looking to have that nice connection, kind of clean that area up on the side there. Same thing can be done with this glass panes on the back here. We can go ahead and change the direction here of the glass panes so that they stick out to the sides there, like so. And yeah, that's pretty much about it for the layer. Definitely recommend doing that if you do have access to the debug stick. If not, it's not that big of a deal, but you do get some cleaner looks on the side there if you do have it. Anyways, that right there is going to do it for layer number 3 for the build, and with that, let's move into layer number 4. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our next layer. We have layer 4. For layer 4 to get started with here, we're going to place down a stone bun on top of this spruce wood block like so. And after that, we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head here, coming off this stair, and then a zombie head at a slight angle like that to the side there. After we have that done, we're going to then also switch out this green terracotta block right here for actually a spruce wood log. So we want it like this. And then after we have that done, on top of this stripped spruce wood block on its side, we're going to place down a zombie head in there, one at a slight angle like that to the sides there, for the little viewports there for the tank crew. After that, we're going to go then place down a green terracotta block that's going to go here in the center, and then to both sides of it, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall. From this point, coming off the mossy cobblestone wall to both sides, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on the side of the block, and we want to go and then place down 2 rows of 3 of green terracotta blocks going back. Again, on both sides here of this first row, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull. We're going to go then place down a dark oak wood fence gate and have that opened up to the side here, like that, coming off the both sides of that second row 3, like so. After that, we want to go and then place down another row 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a dark oak wood upside down stair to both sides, and then across this row 3 on the back here, we're going to place down a row 3 of dark oak wood upside down stairs like that. We then want to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood top slabs, so 1, 2, 3 across, and then grab our dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood trapdoors like that across the back here. We then want to place down an item frame on top of this green terracotta block here with a green terracotta block in the item frame. Same thing over here on this side as well. And we're also going to be doing the same thing up here toward the front. So in this corner space here, underneath this wither skeleton skull, which will only be possible on Java. If you're on Bedrock, you'll not be able to do this feature here. And the same thing will be done over here on this side as well. Again, a Java only feature. At this point here, we're going to then take our item frames. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 item frames across the top here. And we're going to then place down iron bars in those item frames, just like that, all the way across. At this point here, we're going to then take dark oak wood buttons and dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a trapdoor here on this green terracotta block right between the item frame and those loom blocks. And we then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood button to both sides. After that, we're going to go to this section here and also place down a dark oak wood button there on both sides like that. With that complete, we're going to go then take our green carpet. We're going to place it down on top of these dark oak wood ups down stairs. And with that all out of the way, that right there is going to complete that. And the last thing we need to do here is to make our gun barrel. For this, going off the green terracotta block, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 dark oak wood top slabs going forward like that to go ahead and make the barrel. Anyways, with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 4. And with that, we'll probably go ahead and move into our last final layers of the tutorial. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our final layers here, we have layers 5 through 8, it appears. So, yeah, actually that sounds right. Yep, 5 through 8, we're going to go ahead and go with that. Anyways, to get started with here, we're going to take our green carpet. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 green carpet back, 2 dark oak wood trapdoors, a dark oak wood stair, and then a dark oak wood corner stair coming off the side of the stair like so. Behind that, we're going to place down a row of 2 green terracotta across, and then a dark oak wood stair coming off this green terracotta block to the right side. Over here to the left side, a little bit different, we're going to place down a black stained glass pane coming off this green terracotta block here, and then a dark oak wood stair coming off the black stained glass pane, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head coming off the stair, like that, facing forward. And that right there is going to pretty much do it for that section. Continuing on, we're going to go and grab ourselves some dried kelp blocks. We're going to place down a row of 3 of dried kelp blocks across, as well as a green shulker box, which will be on both ends like so. We're going to go and then go to the green shulker boxes. We're going to place down an item frame, green terracotta block in the item frame. And again, if you're on Java, we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood sign. And we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign here on the side of that block as well. Again, kind of a Java only feature. Same thing over here as well, like that. And again, Bedrock, just go ahead and place down the item frame. At this point here, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood stair like this to both sides, followed by a row of 3 of green terracotta across in between. We then want to place down a green terracotta block to the right side, here on top of that top slab, and then going over from it, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood slabs, followed by a zombie head like so. And we're also going to place down a zombie head on this side, coming off that green terracotta block. At this point here, we then want to go and take our item frame, our shulker boxes. We're going to place down a row of 3 across, followed by a dark oak wood sign on both ends. And then at this point, for the back, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves dark oak wood fence gates, place down a row of 3 coming off the shulker boxes, open them toward the shulker boxes, and then taking our dark oak wood signs, we're just going to go ahead and wrap them around the shulker boxes, just like that. And after that's all done there, we then want to go and place down a zombie head. That's going to go on top of this fence post, or this fence gate right here. And then to the other side, we're going to go and grab some iron bars, and we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 iron bars that go up like that. Once we have that done, we're going to place down a green terracotta block on top of this one here. And then a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off this one. And after that, we're going to go then place down a dark oak wood upside down stair coming off the side here. A zombie head like so. Sign coming off the front of the stair. And we're going to go then place down a chain coming off the stair like that going forward. We're going to then place down a green carpet on top of the stair, item frame, and a green terracotta block in the item frame like that. And then coming off this green terracotta block toward the front, we're going to place down an item frame followed by a black bed, like so. And we're going to go and rotate the black bed so that the pillow is facing downwards, and a dark oak wood sign over the side of the block, over the item frame if you are on Java. We're going to go then place down a zombie head at a slight angle here on top of these two dark oak wood stairs, and these are like little grenade launchers from what the pictures do look like. And then at this point, we're going to grab a dark oak wood fence post, end rods. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post here, followed by 1, 2 iron bars up, and then a dark oak wood fence post on top of this block here with a mossy cobblestone wall on top of it. And once that's done, we're going to go then place down a green carpet on top of this pane, and we're going to go then place down an item frame on top of this green terracotta block, and a green terracotta block in the item frame, just like that. And once that's all complete there, that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have there for layers 5 through 8. And with that, that is going to conclude my tutorial here for the redesign for the T-14 Armata heavy tank, or main battle tank, I should say. Anyways, hope you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do use this build, I do want to say you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be a link from a silent build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear to social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build you're free user for a project you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 204, and I'll see you guys next time.